just want to do God's will. And He's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land.
Hello, I'm Antonio Mitchell, and I'm proud to say Frances Mitchell was my mom. She was born May 24th, 1941, and unfortunately passed away on March 14th, 2021. Mom will be remembered for the unconditional love she had for her 4 children. As a single mom, she successfully raised Bruce, Robin, Lorenzo, and me while living in a tough inner city environment on low income. Mom would go without things so her children could have. No matter how tough times got, she always made sure we had food, clothes, birthday and Christmas gifts. Her greatest tool was tough love, and yes, a good old-fashioned spanking if we needed it. And yes, at times I definitely needed it. All her kids graduated from high school and attended college. All 3 sons served in the United States Air Force. As adults, all her kids have successful careers. Overall, Mom's score as a parent is an A+.
Yes, you want.
Mom was born in West Virginia in 1941. During this time, segregation laws ruled the South. Segregation meaning separate but equal. For a lot of Afro-Americans, it was not really equal. Blacks had their own separate neighborhoods. They had to ride on the back of the bus. They even had to drink in separate water fountains. I think you get the message. Mom had 2 brothers, John and Donald. She also had 1 sister, Alice. Her father worked on the coal mines, and unfortunately, Mom's mother, Ann, passed away when she was just a child. The 1960s. In my opinion, the 1960s was the most interesting time in Mom's life. I'm gonna run down the timeline, so follow me. In 1960, Mom graduated from high school. After graduation, she took her first trip to the big city, New York City, with her friend Marion. 1962, Mom got married and gave birth to her first child, Bruce. A few years later, she settled in Newark, New Jersey. 1963, here's when it gets very interesting, because as we know, the segregation laws ruled the South. And the Alabama protest for civil rights made a lot of news all over the world. Police, dogs attacking protesters, fire hose. It was a big deal, and the world was watching Afro-Americans fight for their civil rights. It's 1963. In that same year, President John F. Kennedy, bang, killed by an assassin's bullet. Broadcast all over national television. It's awful. 1960. President Johnson signs the Civil Rights Act. Why is this important for people of color? Because it officially ended the era of segregation. It made discrimination illegal in the United States. Huge, the beginning of the end. Thank goodness. In 1967, Mom met my dad and Lorenzo's dad, the suave Puerto Rican Alfonso Lugo. Okay, maybe my Spanish is a little wrong. He was from San Juan, Puerto Rico. In 1967, oh my goodness, more drama, the Newark race riots, and at that time, Mom was pregnant with me.
Hey Johnny, hurry up with that pickup truck. This stolen sofa is getting heavy, man. Hurry up.
1968, Dr. Martin Luther King was killed. Our civil rights leader assassinated. He knew one day that he would be killed, But he did it anyway. He chose to be our civil rights leader because he knew that the cause was just. And for that, I am very appreciative. 1969, Lorenzo was born.
1970.
Unfortunately, by the late 1970s, Mom was single with 4 kids to raise. As a result, Mom had to play the role of mother and father.
It's the 1980s.
By the late 80s, Lorenzo was the last child at home. So Mom decided to go back to school and get certified to be a home health aide. She did that job for 20 years until she retired in the early 2000s. Growing up, if you heard fire engines, you never ever wanted to be your house that's on fire. May the 3rd, 2009. This is a true story. I didn't make this up. Mom was living at 2 West Kenny Street, and a fire started in Mom's building when a neighbor tried to set her boyfriend on fire while he was asleep. And the fight was over a grocery list. This is crazy. Luckily, Mom got out and was not hurt, but unfortunately, all her stuff was destroyed. I'm talking a total wipeout. I'd like to give out a special thanks to Miss Gwendolyn Butler, Miss Lavinia Strickland, rest in peace, and her daughter Rita. We go all the way back to Spruce Street, and we really appreciate the family friendship.
The next song needs no introduction. The other day in rehearsal, Aretha began to sing it. And when she got to the part that says, through many dangers, and I looked over at her and saw the tears rolling out of her eyes. Because never did we think, I think 20 years ago, that God would do great things for us. Can I get a witness here tonight?